pyramid of Levanter. Now, obviously, the stone then fell down. And matter of fact, they came over there and removed the goddamn stone. A lot of times they just remove the goddamn stone. And so you see right there, this is the only, and so you see it was a mound up under it. So you see right there, so now we starting to see some things. You see what I'm saying? Now when you got further and further away from the epicenter of knowledge, you understand the degree of technical know-how became lesser and lesser and lesser. You see, again, this is at Levanter, this is a mound. And so now this is Cahokia. You understand what I'm saying? Was the larger, and so I moved that. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. But this right here is further down. This is an Olmec head, and this is supposed to be at the oldest pyramid in the Americas. This was Kalula, which is supposed to be the largest pyramid, and they never show the Olmec head there. You see what I'm saying? They never show, and the same architectural design that's at Cahokia is at Teotihuacan. You see what I'm saying? Which is this one. Let me go back up. Right there, that's Teotihuacan. You understand? So we connecting the dots, but they say they don't know who built this. You see, but when you go to Cahokia, let me go back down. You see that you got the Olmec. Now you can see right there that they got less technology. They got less technology. These ain't the supreme carving of the first head. When the Africans first, they coming straight up out the Nile. They got supreme wisdom and knowledge. But you can see right there, that's an Olmec head, and this is what they use. They use mud brick. You understand? Around these mounds. They use mud brick around these mounds. Sometimes they use stucco. This is Cahokia. And this is what it's supposed. Now they say this was the largest pyramid. And so they'll do anything to try to take the crown from Africa. There's no way in hell you're going to make me believe that this, and it's damn near all mud. Dirt. Now this was part of the mound. The goddamn Catholics built the damn church on top of it. You see what I'm saying? And so they show you it wasn't a freestanding structure. That it was, they built around a dirt mound. Okay, and I love my people, but this is not even to be, even compared to what was in Africa. You see, Pumapunka, okay? This is in Bolivia. And so we show you that the architecture in Bolivia is the same as the architecture in Ethiopia. I'm gonna go down. Now this is an Olmec head in Bolivia. Okay, this is at Pumapunka. Okay, you see the Olmec head in Mexico at Levanter. You see, you're gonna see the thick lips, and they're gonna make it. You can see that he had on the Olmec helmet. You see what I'm saying? Now when you go to Cahokia, not Cahokia, but Kalula. You see Kalula, which is supposedly you see that is this. You can see in the lip. You can see in the eyes that this is the same culture. This is the same people. And so you talking about, Pumapunka is in Bolivia. You see what I'm saying? But they telling you that the Olmecs is only in Mexico. You see what I'm saying? Only in Mexico. Olmecs in Colombia, San Agustin. Okay, I just threw on. Let me get on down here. Okay, well, it's out of place, but that's all right. We'll get back to it. Now, these are some of the heads. I believe they found 13 heads. You see, they found 13 heads. These are the ones at San Lorenzo. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is more. This is 5, 6, 7, and 8. I believe it was 8. I believe it was 8 at San Lorenzo. 9. And then you got Transapotes. You got 2 at, and then you got the 1 at Rancho La Cabata. Okay, that's the one with the braids in the back. Now, right here, you're looking at what they call Lucia. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, they just did not want to make it African. You understand what I'm saying? They just did not want to make it African. They did not want to make it African. You see what I'm saying? So they made it look more what you call Australian. And see, but once you understand the science of facial reconstruction, you cannot put soft tissue on a skull and recreate what it looked like. Soft tissue mean the bone, the eyes, the nose, the lips, all of that. You see, so this was done on the basis of we know it's black, we know it's African, but we'll make it look like the Australian, so we won't have to accept the fact that African people started civilization in South and North America. Now, this is what it says about Lucia. Listen to this. I want y'all to hear this now. It says that this is in Rio de Janeiro. Okay, now this is the Indian now. This the Indian. This is the Rio de Janeiro. Okay, this is in Japan time, September 22, 1999. It says anthropologists unveiled the oldest known human fossil from the Americas on Monday. A woman skull with African features. Okay? They didn't say no goddamn Indian. This is goddamn Japanese. This is the goddamn Indian himself. They say African. So goddamn it, they accepting the fact. This is before goddamn Columbus. Way before goddamn Columbus. So what the fuck is we talking about? What the fuck is we talking about? They know what it is. You niggas is confused. And you done backed yourself in the corner, goddammit. And the only thing we could do is run you through because you disrespected the African slave trade. You disrespected all the Africans that died coming over here. You got enough nerve to try to let this beast off the hook by saying there was no, and then leave our people in spiritually in a chaos of oblivion with nobody coming to their aid. Shame on you niggas. Shame on you. Okay, let me get back to it. It said, with African features that could revolutionize theories about the continent's early inhabitants. The fossils first discovered in Brazil, on the Atlantic, next to Africa, with hundreds of currents going back and forth. Get you there, get you back. Okay? Get you there, get you back. The fossil first discovered in Brazil in 1975, but only recently found to come from a woman who lived 11,500 years ago. Shows there were human beings on the continent long before Asian immigration. This is the Japanese. The motherfucker that's writing this is a so-called Mexican, Indian, whatever the fuck he is. That's who writing it. This ain't no African writing it. See, these motherfuckers giving it up. They already know. So I'm telling you this. You understand what I'm saying? You are goddamn confused about reality. It says long before any Asian immigration, says anthropologist Ricardo Ventura Santos. That ain't SETI. That ain't a nigga saying that. That's Ricardo Ventura Santos. This is a piece that, and see, that's why they hurt so bad. Because too many of their own have already given up the facts. So that's the same thing with so many Europeans that had gave up the facts. That you can't act like we made it up. You can't act like we made it up. And so they say, I'm gonna go all the way down to the should I read that? The settlement in the middle, there's a lot of Cuba. That's why scientists dubbed the woman Lucia, Brazil's answer to the famed Lucy just over a year ago. New methods proved she was the earliest known American. Okay? Earliest known American. That's right. Ancestor found in Ethiopia and now on display in Paris Museum. How I get there? And so I ain't gonna go into. And so when you look at the La Venta Now we just looked at Levanter. You see the mound that was there. This is the layout. Now usually in front of the mound, you see you got a open court where ceremonies is performed, where rituals is performed. You see what I'm saying? Now look at the layout of Levanter, and then look at the layout of Saqqara. No, that's actually Giza. You see, and so you already got the pyramid, but I need to. Let me show y'all Saqqara. Let me see if I can grab it right quick. Let me see if I can grab it right quick. Hold on, family. You know what? I'm gonna keep it moving because you know what? There's so much still in here. But then you can see, even with here, you can see the layout. You know what I'm saying? You see the pyramid in the back, and you see subordinate temples. You know, and so this is the outer core. It just filled up. You see, this is the outer core right here. And so within this outer court, which is in front of the pyramid, you got other temples. You see, you got a funerary temple, you got a mortuary temple. Now, you right here, you're looking at the pyramid of Pakal the Great. Now, I've been to this pyramid, and so one of the things where they were trying to hide the fact was that they would say that the American pyramids were different than the African pyramids because the American pyramids were temples. You will see a temple at the top, and that it was not a burial, it was not a tomb until they found this king right here, Pakal. With a funerary mass, with a sarcophagus. We're gonna get into facts. We about to get heavy now, y'all. We like they say, you in the shit now. We about to back it up. We about to put these facts in here. You understand what I'm saying? And so they were saying until they found this king buried in with a funerary mass. Now I'm gonna let y'all know the jade also come from the Olmec. So if you see a Mayan, the jaguar, the jade, the flying serpent, the winged serpent, that's all Olmec. You see him right, so you see him right there with his funerary mass, and you see him right there buried down in a sarcophagus. Okay, and even the L shape in the pyramid. Even the L shape in the pyramid. I got to get that. I didn't have that, but I'm about to grab it right now. I need to grab that so you can see it because here you go, right here. This is good enough right here. I'll grab this one. This is good enough. This is good enough right here. This is good enough right here. Let me go and bring it over. So you can see the inside. You can see the inside. You see the L shape, and you go all the way down, and you see where his sarcophagus is. Where his coffin, his stone coffin, which they call a sarcophagus. Okay, let me show y'all. Let me put it in here so you can see the African. Oh shit, hold on. All right, here you go. Here you go right here. And so you see the air, and I'm going to put them side by side. Let me put them side by side. So you can see, let me see if the other one down there. Well, I'll use this. Work in real time. I'm going to show you. There ain't no goddamn coincidence. You could even see the L in the goddamn pyramid. You can see right there the descending passage. You know what I'm saying? Down, and then he had two burials. You see, you can see the L inside the damn pyramid. There ain't no way you gonna get away with that. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. You ain't gonna just and think this shit just a coincidence. And so when you look at the Olmec, we're gonna keep it moving. When you look at the Olmec, you can tell that he's totally different than the goddamn Indian type. Okay, so when you look at that African, you can look right in that sister. That look like her son. I have never, I done seen a lot of goddamn pictures. You see what I'm saying? But that almost, you can look at the cheek, you can look at, around the mouth, the nose, it look, man, the eyes. Man, that look like that could be that woman's son. You feel me? And so you can see right there, that's the Olmec, the Pacao type. These, and so you can see these is clearly two different distinctive races. And so Ricky Ricardo Sanchez, or whatever his name was, already gave it up that the Africans was here long before any Asian migration. And so when you see these giant African heads, they were never duplicated. This was the only type. You never see the Pacao types in a large stone head like this. Okay, so they did not have the technology. And neither did the ones up in North America. They didn't have no writing system. They have yet to find any books from a North American Indian. When you find it, please let me know so I could look it up and do the research. Now, this is when you start getting all these people trying to, take little max, they trying to, do anything, jump through any kind of loop, do any kind of backwards flip. I say, take the helmet off. That's all you got to do is take the helmet off so you can see you'll see that afro up there. And you can even see that peak, which I clearly demonstrated. You see the peak in the afro. You know what I'm saying? So we making sure and improve it beyond any reasonable doubt that this is an afro. You got to take the helmet off. You see? And so right there, you see over there in Ethiopia, I believe this is the Afar people. Now, this is one brother who played at rugby. And so when you see him with his man, goddamn it, so you can see they rugged. The Olmecs were rugged. You know what I'm saying? They were military. You see? And so you see that brother right there. And then this is he got that old school football helmet on. Man, that look like that, bro. See, I'm showing y'all. We don't have to have it now. So some people just I put the culture up there too. I put the culture up there too. You understand? You ain't gonna just put up no photos and say, no, I'm gonna prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. Now, this is Java, man. This is coming out of India. And you can see that earlobe. You see where they put them wood chips in their ear, bone or animal bone or whatever it is, and stretch that earlobe out. You see what I'm saying? And they do that in the Americas too. I got a lot of stuff that's I got another one in there too. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna show the Olmec. He got one in there too. It'll pop up. Now what you seeing right here, I'm gonna blow this one up. When I was in Teotihuacan, I seen this for myself. I seen Bess. I say, man, I didn't need nobody to tell me because I had been doing my studies. As soon as I got to this column, I said, look at this shit, man. I said, this is Bess. And this is all over the world, that little twa, what they want to call the pygmy. And the African people is the only one with a little people like that. Everybody else got dwarves. They don't have a distinct section of the race that's just short like that. You see? So now I'm going to copy this right here. So, I knew it was Bess because the tongue was sticking out, the almond-shaped eyes, and the plume feathers coming out his head. I knew it. I seen that was Haru. And so you see right there. You see, this is the Maori from New Zealand. They the ones on the land now. We know that the Africans were there first. They just stole it from the African. They didn't kill, they didn't replace the African population that was on the island. And so you see them right there. And so you see this is all over there. And I'll put it right there and to show you at Teotihuacan that that's exactly what it is. I'll blow it up just a little larger for you just so you can see. That's exactly what it is. And I can show you the best. You see, I can show you the best. I can show you the best. You see what I'm saying? I can show you the best with the plumes coming up out of there too. I can show you the best with the plumes coming up out of there too. Okay? Let me copy that. Okay, you see right there the Twa from Africa. And so you see the Maori from New Zealand. Now you see the brother, Papua New Guinea. You see the brother from Papua New Guinea. So I'm showing you. You think everybody in the fucking world just walking around, this is the lion. You understand? When you see the lion sticking his tongue, this came from Africa. And motherfuckers got it from the brothers. I could go get you the book by the white boy called Signs and Symbols of Primordial Man. That gave it up on that. That's a white boy. He said, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? He's a Mason. He could see the brothers in New Zealand and doing a ritual that come up out the Nile. You see what I'm saying? So this is best in Greece. Everybody just, everybody, irrespective of a common source, everybody just running around and sticking their goddamn tongues out. You see the almond-shaped eye. See that almond-shaped eye? You see that almond-shaped eye? And here they just put the makeup over their face to give you the distinction of that. You see? And so when you come down here, you see the almond-shaped eye, and you come here and you see with Teotihuacan, you see the almond-shaped eye in there. See, that's not no goddamn coincidence. Wake up. Wake up. You got to come out your goddamn, you got to come up out your sleep now. Because we're going to back this shit up. You know what I'm saying? With the hardcore fact. So you see the almond-shaped eye, you see the tongue sticking out. Where does it come from? You see? It comes from the lion. You see Bess as the Lion King. You see? And now you got this silly motherfucker in India. He don't know what the fuck he doing. He don't know what he doing. He's over there silly as a motherfucker. He didn't, he sees some things, but he don't know the source. He don't know the origin. You see what I'm saying? So he done took it from the Naga Kushite who showed his ass what it was. See, these brothers, you see in Papua New Guinea, they had already been through there. They was the first ones there. This silly motherfucker didn't, they didn't run our people from up out of there, and they didn't took many of the symbols and the rituals for themselves, but they do not know the origin of the symbols. Okay? They do not know the origins of the symbol. This is my Cali in India. Now this right here is this is a pyramid in Indonesia. You can see the obelisk right there. Look at this. You see, so I'm showing you, this is in Indonesia. I don't know nobody that dropped like this. You can see the brother with the afro on the goddamn elephant. Okay? Wait a minute, hold up. Let me do this for you in real time. Let me blow it up for you so you can see it in real time. That motherfucker got an afro on his head. That's in Indonesia on elephants. You see? And so they're just showing you that even on the other side. And they got pyramids and you can see right there, you see the brother inside the goddamn with the, he got two staffs in his hand, which you gonna see even as we move down, you're gonna see in the Americas, you're gonna see it come from Africa. Okay? Now you see when I show you the four songs of Horus that's in the Olmec calendar, when it pop up, I'm gonna show you because I was throwing so much in, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to make sure you see what are we dealing. We dealing with the Lotus, which you gonna find that it made it to the Americas. Okay? Now let me do this. Let me do this. Here you go right here. Now you see right there America where they got the Lotus. They got the goddamn Lotus, and you come back and you see this one to the right is in Persia, in Persepolis. You see the Lotus, you see the one in Egypt, and then you come all the way to the Americas and you see the Lotus. You see the Lotus even in America, and you see at the top of his head with the snake on the top of his head, demonstrating where but he ain't got no pioneer. You see what I'm saying? So you got the Lotus, you got the serpent at the pioneer, and you're going to make me believe that there was no contact or that the African was not the originator of this culture and this high science. Cannot believe it. Okay? Cannot believe it. This is the true reality of where it comes. Let me copy that, put it on there. This is the true reality of where it comes from. Up out of the African Nile. You see the Lotus, now that's another thing that I easily recognize. I say, what the fuck? How the fuck is an elephant in America? The fact that there is no elephants in America is another testimony of the African origins of America's early civilizations. I brought this them there 15 years ago. Where the fuck you get elephants at? You know what I had silly motherfuckers say, man, them was woolly mammoths. I say, woolly mammoths? Is that, how low can you go? How low can you go? I mean, you just gonna go all out of goddamn time of error and everything. That's a regular goddamn elephant. So you got the elephant, and it's in here too. You see the, I had the one where they highlighted it. I don't know if it's right behind. Let me see. It's not. This one was down in one of the tombs also. Another elephant, another vase of an elephant. You see, now this is the other one with the Olmec with the wood chip in his ear. You see him right there with the wood chip in his ear, and so just like from India, I don't just show you one, I try to show you 3, 4, 5 cultures to show you how it came across, and that the African is the primordial of all the cultures. Okay, now you see to the right, Olmec, this is at Levanta. And motherfucker got what you want to call a mohawk, not knowing that they got it from us. They call a Himba. Okay, the Himba tribe from the Nambia. Okay, from Nambia, and I got more to show. You see, and so that's Nambia, but we done already showed the currents that coming right. That's the Mohawk. That's the real Mohawk coming from our family. Let me wake you up today. This is real Mohawk. Okay, now you see again, now that you understand what the Twa is, or what they call the Negrito, there's only one people that have a Twa, that have a little short people, not white people, not Indian people, not Chinese people, only African people. That show you the greatness of our people, all originating on that continent that we call. Now that was a altar. You see, that's an altar. Now this is you see a Twa right there in the Naga Kush. In the Naga Kush, you see right there in the Naga, you see a Twa there also. Okay. Now this is the Nepal. Now this is supposed to be the sacred book of the Mayan, and you see right there what that is? You see the little Twa? You see the little Twa? You can look at his nose and his lip to show you that the Twa was over here. And he damn sure didn't walk through the goddamn Barren Straits. He damn sure didn't walk through the Barren Straits. Want to show you this. There you go right there. You can see the nose, you can see the lip, you can see his little, that's the little Twa that was over here. That's teaching his ass. You understand? That's teaching his ass. When they came in, how to wash up. You know what I'm saying? And how to cook their food and shit. And so this is the area of the Twa, the little Negritos of Africa that migrated into the, to the South Pacific. This is actually Southeast Asia. You're talking about the Philippines. You're talking about Vietnam. You talking about even up there where you see what Angkor Wat is. People don't get that our people was there. You see it. You can see right there. You can see right there Negritos. You see what I'm saying? And this is